We're going to go ahead and get started with our North Idaho Fair Board Quarterly Update Meeting. Today's date is January 13th, 2026. The time is 3 p.m. In attendance are Commissioners Eberline and Matari. Commissioner Duncan is out today. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Are there any changes to the agenda? Hearing none. Public comment. Does anyone wish to speak? Hearing none, we'll go into our first item. Fair budget presentation, and we have our fair manager, Alexia Jordan.
Thank you for having us today, Commissioners. I'm going to pass it over. Thank you for having us today, Commissioners. I'm going to pass it over to Elise Burton, our Vice Chair and the head of our Finance Committee, to present our FY26 budget. Yeah, so I provided a copy of the presentation. This is kind of an abbreviated presentation of what we review at our board level. We reviewed this back in October when we were looking at our budget. So just to give you kind of an overview, budget planning, just on the first slide there, we are still experiencing a little bit of bumpiness moving our fiscal year, although it is cleaning up quickly. It is particularly difficult given our business cycle to have a fiscal year ending in September, because our biggest and most expensive event is just a month before. So often year end we get lots and lots of invoices as other businesses are cleaning up their books, and it makes it a little bit more challenging, but we are working through it. We are seeing for 2026, we're projecting a slight relief from capital investments. We have been investing a tremendous amount of money in our facility for the last 5 or so years. We had quite a bit of deferred maintenance, and so we've been doing a lot of investments in larger projects and things like that. So we are seeing a little bit of reprieve from that, although we are spending some of our reserved capital money on the office building. As you know, our staff is growing just slightly to plan for some succession planning so that we are not caught on our back foot and have kind of a plan for future retirements and things like that. And as always, we are focused on increasing sponsorship. We think we do a good job at our events, and we're kind of topped off on what we can do there. So a good way for us in the revenue department is to increase sponsorships and make good partnerships with the local community. The next page is just a snapshot of our historical cash balance. So you can see 2020 into 2021 was when we moved from a 5 to a 10-day fair, and really focused on starting to save some money for future investments. So that was the large increase there, and we're really proud of being able to save some money away for future development and to our master plan and some different things. We, 3 to 6 months, depending on the business, of ordinary expenses is usually a healthy cash reserve. We are sitting at right around 8 months, although we have paid quite a few bills related to the office building since this presentation has been prepared, but we still feel that we're in a good place fiscally, able to address any of our obligations should anything happen where a once-in-a-lifetime issue that stops all events, if you can imagine such a thing. Historical net income, we budget for 0 net income. We invest back into the facility. So you can see we have had a few years where we've exceeded that, but our goal is always to cash flow our capital investments, which we've done up until this point. So that's kind of unusual, being able to invest in that from a cash flow perspective. Our revenue breakdown, again, you can see the big jump from 20 to 2021 when we went to the 10-day fair and also really buckled down and focused on sponsorship, other revenue opportunities, increasing events during the fair, concerts, rodeo, going from a few days of arena events to 10 days really helped us there. And then the expense breakdown kind of follows that. So we spend a lot of money on staffing year round, and then we also spend a lot of money on our acts and shows, but that's also where our revenue is associated with. So that's largely from the fair. Our 2026 budget expense breakdown, we're getting a little bit close to of what I would like to see the top end be for our staffing at 30% of our overall expense budget. So we do feel like we have some
duplicity in certain positions as we plan for succession planning. So we do hope to see that come down as we continue to, move into planned retirements and different things. Everything else is pretty steady as far as.
Who said you could? Who told you you could retire?
Exactly. Yeah. We don't want to do that again. We've done it several times, so we want to let people retire when they actually want to. Our capital investment is the next kind of line chart there. You can see 2020, after that, when we started making a little bit more money and being able to squirrel some away, we've really also invested in the facility heavily. Roof repairs, paving, electrical, infrastructure. I mean, just anything you could think of. We've really spent a lot of money, we being the fair board and the fair, to make improvements and make us able to have both our 10-day fair as well as other events throughout the year that make us revenue. Kind of a summary of our 2025 capital investment, which came in at $243,000. 2023 was our high. It was like $412,000, but just some of the things that we purchased in 2025. And then budget for 2026 is just over $200,000 for capital. Smaller projects, which is nice to see. We are very grateful that we have some really great partners in the community who help us to accomplish some of these projects for dollar amounts that are still within our budget. So, things like power upgrades and different things we pay less than we otherwise would because of some of the partnerships we have. And then just the last page, or second to last page, our historical financial performance. Again, this is kind of just, it also goes to our fair board. So just information for the last 5 or 6 years of where we've ended for various KPIs and things that I kind of watch to make sure that we're within where we should, or where I think we should be, and where we as a board like to focus. So you can see there our capital investments. 2023 was $411,000. So we're coming back down, which is helpful as we continue to save for our master facility plan. And then just kind of the summary. This is more for our fair board level, but we feel like we're in a good spot, and we are still self-sustaining and plan to continue to be to the foreseeable future. So just if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those.
Thank you. Any questions? Well, keep up the good work.
Thanks.
So we'll move on to item 2, new office building update. That sounds exciting.
It is exciting. If you've been by the fairgrounds in the last less than a week, actually, last Thursday, January 8th, we successfully moved our new office building from its previous location. If you remember, we purchased the building from the city of Coeur d'Alene. It was located on the corner of Ramsey and Kathleen, and it was once the city water department's building. I believe it's water. Anyhow, it was an incredible thing to see. It ended up that we had to move it in one piece. If you remember, we went out for 2 separate bids. We had to go twice to make it all come together. With all of the utility companies, Welsh Comer and Thorco were major players in seeing this come together, but we had to move a couple light signals, so we could make it all the way over to the gate we entered was just across from North 40. We did it in just less than 2 hours. We got that whole thing moved. So in one piece, it was incredible to see. I do have a little video out there. It took my sound away from it, sadly, but if you want, I can show it to you. And it was the coordination and all those companies coming together and working together seamlessly. It was really fun to see. So, do come by the office. We hope that we can be moved into it in the next few months. We've got to get it on its foundation, get everything hooked back up, and then eventually we'll pave that driveway right up to it in the parking lot. So if all goes well, we should be in our new home in the spring. So,
Very nice.
yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Very nice. Any questions? No?
Good presentation.
And that was it on the building, office, right? Okay, so
Okay.
we'll move on to item 3, fair planning for 2026.
All right. Well, there's only so much I can share at this point because a lot of it is still going to be a surprise for everybody who follows the fair. But the 2026 theme, there's fun in the mix. You guys have stickers right there. You'll get some more assets as they come. We just announced yesterday our first in the concert series, which is Lee Bryce, and it's been very well received. Tickets will go on sale to our fan club tomorrow morning and then to our general public on Friday. And then one more thing I'll share today that I'm super excited about is we do have the Sea Lions returning. And the last time they've been here at the fair in Coeur d'Alene was in 2016, and they were a huge hit at that point. So we're excited to have them back. Of
Did you
course,
say sea lions?
Sea Lions, yes.
So you're going to have a big pool?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's really a cool setup.
Is this going to be like SeaWorld a little bit, where they have a trainer and they do tricks and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 3 shows a day.
Wow.
All 10 days. Yeah.
Do you need tickets? You don't need
No,
tickets?
It's the over,
just
it's part of the
part of your admission.
$100,000 plus free entertainment that we offer with your admission to the fair.
That's excellent.
Yeah. It's very exciting. And there's more things to come like that. So maybe not, well, it's all pretty exciting. But the Sea Lions, I am thrilled to have them back. So our next concert, we already have confirmed, but we can't share it with you quite yet. We'll make that announcement on February 1st. But another major country artist that people are going to be pretty excited about. Our vendor space is open, and we're actively taking on our food vendors, working on our competitive exhibits programs, our livestock shows, and it's all just starting to piece together. So we're at the, I'd say, 40% through the planning phase at this point. Maybe a little bit further.
Exciting. Exciting.
all I
Any
have
questions?
I think we should give him a little round of applause.
Yeah. And for just keeping up the great work.
Thanks.
I think the biggest round of applause is that you actually have made the fair self-sufficient.
Yes.
And that's not the case with a lot of fairs, at least throughout this state, but I think mostly throughout the country.
I don't think you're wrong.
So, very good. And on to a less exciting situation, only because of the reason for it. Item 4, Fair Board vacancy.
Yes, so following the recent loss of Linda Ryder, our Fair Board does have a vacancy. We have seen several applications come in, and they're all very well qualified individuals. We do have an alternate who's been on that board and serving in different capacities for a long time. We'd love to see him move up into the official board position and then bring in one of those qualified candidates as the alternate. While Jerry Johnson, our Fair Board Chair, was unable to make it today, I know he's already sent to you his recommendations, and I just think those recommendations are based on keeping the Fair Board well-rounded, business-focused, community-driven, and free of any potential conflicts. So we hope you take them into consideration, and I'll leave it at that unless you have any questions.
Any questions?
Not really.
I think we should move relatively quickly to get the position filled. So let's figure out a time to get that, make that happen, get the applications.
Okay.
The recommendation is duly noted, but I always think it's prudent for us to look at all the applications.
Have you thought
I'll
about,
work with Sarah and get those
Okay.
to you guys, and then we'll.
have you thought about maybe making a big plaque or something for Miss Ryder?
Yes, I would like to come talk to you all at some point on some sort of plan that we could do
I think it
to
merits
honor
it.
her memory. And all
She
her
was
work.
there for a long, long time. She was one of the stalwarts.
And she served on other county boards over the years as well, so she was
Yeah.
definitely very involved in Kootenai County government.
Yeah, well, I think that's a great idea, for sure. Okay, anything else?
I just was gonna say that I know that Jerry does a great job kind of looking for maybe holes in our skill sets as a board and really focuses on keeping us well-rounded and looking for potential members who might be interested, who have the applicable skills that we might be missing as a board. So we're definitely could never replace Linda and her wonderful passion for agriculture education, but that's kind of, something that we think about when we have board vacancies, excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
I'm kind of jealous of Bruce because I used to be that fair board peoples.
Oh,
So our liaison wants, yep.
well, we can rotate that around. You know,
No, I very much enjoyed all your stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you do a fantastic job. It's a great family event. You know, it's clean, it's wholesome, it's safe. You know, that's what you want.
Yes, and it's well attended,
Yes.
and it's well done.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, this was relatively painless and lots of good news. So, unless there's anything else, we will move on to public comment. Does anyone wish to speak? Anybody on the telephone? Okay. 3:16, meeting adjourned. Thank you.